Hi everyone, it's Debbie with BookAndBuJo. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Join me today as I set up my May bullet journal. Let's get started with a flip through from April, and then we will get right into the May setup. So I had my quote from Rumi, "The heart is a secret garden, its trees unseen, 100 hues it blossoms, unchanged, serene." My little hidden doorway. Then we get into my calendar page, my gratitude page. Again, we're still a little early in the month, filming this a little earlier than normal. And my movement and health tracker. I have started filling everything in for that, at least the first couple weeks so far. And then we have my habits and cleaning trackers, my devotionals, and my books read. So it really should be just a BR, books read. And because I don't have all the ones I might read, it's all the ones I have already read. And I still love these little book stickers. They are so cute. And those ones are from Journal Say. And I will leave a discount code down below in the description box in case you want to get 8% off of any of your Journal Say purchases. I have my dashboard and goals. And then we get into the weeklies. Again, still loving these little tabs. And you can see what week we're in. And then the upcoming weeks. I've already started inputting some things here. And then favorites, and then my reflection will be over here for the start of Q2. We did have fun with watching Fifth Element, or re-watching again for the, I don't know, the 50th time. Love that one. And we have continued with the James Bond movies. They're going to be leaving Netflix soon, so we got to watch a few more anyway. We got through the first 6, so I think Diamonds Are Forever is the next one that we're up to. We at least got through all the ones in the 60s. Now we're up to the 70s. And then my content planner, and then we get into May. So let's go ahead and move my bullet journal out of the way, and we'll go over some supplies. So the bullet journal itself is from Archer and Olive, and it's the A5 white dot grid notebook. And this is the, I don't remember what this one was called, but it has the key and the snake on the front. Love this one. Let's go ahead and go over some pens next, because that's what's right here. So let's see what we got. You can tell it's going to be a purple theme because there's a lot of purple in here. So the odd ones out here, we've got this green, and this is more for accent colors, as is the red for accent. And this one is the Funosuke, and this is just the brush pen in red, the hard-tipped brush pen. I have a Zig Clean Color dot in the green. Oh, it's a kiwi, so kind of that bright green. And a Pentel brush sign pen, also kind of in that bright green color. Okay, and then I have a gray one, and this is the Faber-Castell Pit Artist brush pen in Cold Gray 3. I have a couple of Right Tech sign brush pens in the light brown and in this kind of rosy color, which is a little bit on the purpley side. And then I have a couple of Flomo Creatives brush pen, dual tip brush pens. So they have the marker tip on one side and the brush pen on the other. And this one, again, the brown is for accents, and then this is one of the purples. I was trying to go with more of like the pale lavenders and maybe some of the more bright grape colored purples, as opposed to the really dark ones, which I typically use because I love those. I do have another Funosuke and the hard tip pen, and this one is in the purple. Let's see, we've got the Sakura Jelly Rolls. I have one of the silver metallic ones and one of the glitter pens, both in the purple. This one is one of the Divical metallic pens or markers. So not really a brush, just a regular marker tip. And STA, I think is what it is. STA Divical. And that came as a set. The colors are all really pretty. And then I have an Ohuhu journal marker, which has in the number 50, which has a brush pen on one side and then a fine liner on the other. An Ohuhu dual tip marker, which has the brush pen on one side and the kind of marker fine tip on the other. And this one is number 213. And then lastly, I have a mild liner brush pen that has the brush on one side and, like the others, kind of a marker tip on the other. And this one is, what color does it say? I don't think it says on here what the actual color is. I mean, it's still just a purple, but it doesn't have a name, just a number, WFT 8MVI. That's not helpful. But anyway, there's my markers. And then, of course, the usual suspects, my sticker peel assist mat, scissors, tweezers, glue stick, ruler, pencil, and eraser. Okay, so I have ephemera paper, and these ones are kind of in the purple and greens, and these are from Journal Say, and they are stunning. So cute on some of them, and just so beautiful on others. Yes, love these. And they are very versatile. I use these for a lot of things. And then I did print off some cute little fairies, and I had written on here where they were from, and then I chopped it all up. I will leave all of the links below to all of the artwork that I found for the fairies. Most of these are from a free coloring book that's online that you can actually color in digitally, or you can print it off and color it in yourself. But they are so cute, and they're all tiny. I don't know how many of these I will use, but they are adorable. And these are from the Graphics Fairy. And again, I will leave that link down below for you. And then these ones are from the Mystical Ephemera sticker book. Again, I will put links to all of these down below in case you want to check them out. And then I have a few more actually in my bullet journal, kind of in place where I want to use them, some more of the little stickers. And this beautiful little fairy is from the Fairy Adult Coloring Book. Some more of the stickers. And these ones, I have a couple of these. These are all from the free version of Shutterstock. And then lastly, I have this one, which is also just stunning. And then I believe this one is, and a couple of the others I have are from crayon.com, and I will leave those down below for you. And then we have some washi tapes. I have a few options from the Miss Time set that comes with a whole bunch of different washies, and I'm going more with that just light, kind of lighter purple. And then this one is from a set that I got for Christmas. No idea where it came from. And then I have this really cool vintage green set. Oh, there's my little nubby eraser. And I thought these ones would be fun to use. And then this one has some great little fairy foresty looking things with the mushrooms and the trees and the lanterns. Thought this one would be really fun one to use as well. From Amazon, I have this little leaf pattern. It came with the purple and the green. I've already used all the green up, but I do still have a little bit of the purple left. Not a whole lot. That's about it. I may end up using this one up in this setup. And you will have seen this one last month in my April setup with all the garden theme. And this one I will be using in the fairy one too, because there's a few in here that will be really cute. I love this one, so I'll definitely be using that one. But there are some really nice ones in here. I really like this one as well. I think this would go well with the fairy theme. So we'll see which ones of these I use. And I'm not going to forget about the keys that I have in every month. And I have a couple of them here as well. Just cute, tiny little fairy house. All right, let's kind of get the supplies out of the main area. And let's get started on our setup for May. Okay, I already have a bunch of things kind of pulled in here. Again, this one is from Shutterstock, this branch here. And this one is from Crayon. has an I in there. And I didn't want to lose it in the fold, so I did kind of cut this, and I will try and line it up as I paste it in here. And then I wanted something nice for a little border at the bottom, and I thought the ephemera paper here would be really nice, go really well with this. And then I will make a little Dutch door on this side and cut this section out. And then I do have a quote at the top from Hans Christian Andersen. Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale. And I may have to move that over a little bit because I had that one in here before I decided to move this branch in here. We'll see, it's not quite wide enough, but I may use some of these together on the side here. Probably this one. Although I think it probably is supposed to go this way, but I'm going to do it this way anyway. Either that or maybe use some of these on the side. Haven't decided. We'll decide when we get there. Oh, I know what I was going to do. Keep forgetting because it's on this side, and I'm going to put a bunch of the little fairies in there. So it's mainly just this side that I need a little something extra. I'm debating on how I want to go about this little coloring page. So I was thinking I could color it in as the month goes on, or just kind of leave it simple. I'm kind of liking leaving it just simple with the little touch of the outlines here. I may do a little bit more on the rest of this mushroom, the stem of the mushroom with the brown, and maybe this leaf over here with the green, and then just kind of leave it at that. We'll see. I may end up coloring it in throughout the month. Maybe the lavender on these little threads of air through here, like one of the light colored ones. Or even maybe the glitter would be kind of fun. But this will be, and all of them that are kind of like this, I have a couple of them, will probably be more of a project for doing throughout the month, doing some colors and things like that. So we'll see on my flip through next month what this one's going to end up looking like. And now for a final flip through. I have my cover page and a quote from Hans Christian Andersen that says, "Life itself is the most wonderful fairy tale." And again, the little coloring book pages, I will leave the link down below in case you want to check it out. They are so cute, and I think I will have a lot of fun coloring these in. I may get a colored pencil to do most of it just because I like the more subtleness than the bright markers, but I do like having the little pops of color in there, so that'll be fun during the month of May. And I had to get a couple of snakes in here. And then we have my monthly calendar with my moons and events. And then another quote I found, it said from Fairy Kisses was the website where I found a bunch of fun quotes, fairy quotes. And this one says, "Those who don't believe in magic will never find it." My verse of the month is Proverbs 4:25. "Let your eyes look directly forward and your gaze be straight before you." And then we have my gratitude page. Again, another opportunity for some coloring during the month. And since the end of May, the last week is kind of a reset week, this will be a lot of fun during that time, and it'll be fun to get out my colored pencils on those as well. We have my movement trackers, as well as my habit tracker, my Devo tracker, as well as all of the books that I end up reading for the month, and again, another opportunity to color. And then we have my monthly dashboard for May with my priorities and my master list. And then another quote that I found that says, "A rustle in the wind reminds us of a fairy nearby." And I found that on 3boysandadog.com. I have my little mini calendar here, and then my goals for the month will be in here. And then again, had fun with the tabs, more of a fairy theme with the tree with the lanterns is kind of cute. And then my weeklies. I originally didn't mean to fill the whole thing up with stickers. I was supposed to leave a space for like notes and stuff, but you know, it's fine. I tend to not use that space that often anyway. So yeah, I finally realized in this next week. Again, each week, so each one starts on a Monday. I was able to get all 7 days in with a space for notes. I can still put a little bit of stuff in that one. But then I was like, oh yeah, notes. So put that in there. And then all the fun little stickers. So here's the tabs on the other side. They're all just a little bit different. And there's still some spots, the sticky on a couple of the little spots will go away as I use it. Like right here. I didn't have anything that lined up exactly, but that's okay. I like how it turned out. And then we have the next week. And one more. This will be the reset week for the cyclical calendar with Jess from Jashi Curran. And then we have my favorites page and one last chance to color. Now I did print these off with a much lighter transparency, so I went down to like 25%. So this is typically a lot darker, but I wanted to use this as a really good coloring page and put in some of the details myself. So that's why, but I did kind of zone out for a little bit and started doing some of the little doodles in here, but I kind of want to come back in with a colored pencil instead. And it's got this cute little owl down here. I didn't notice that before. And that is so cute. Okay, got to bring this up so you can see. I don't know if you could tell the little owl. He's so cute. And then that's it. We will be moving into June after this. So thank you so much for joining me today as I set up my May bullet journal. And I love how all of the little tabs turned out here. I know none of them match, but that's okay. And please like, comment, and subscribe if you want to, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any other planning content. And if you made it this far in the video, go ahead and leave some type of mushroom emoji in the comments to let me know that you are here. And until next time, keep planning. Bye!